These people are here to protect you. They're soldiers.
It won't make any difference.
Hey, friend, the Revolutionary is here to take a look, or well, we're here to take a look at well, we're gonna have some fun. This is going to be an interesting one because this is going to be a marathon. This is going to be a start to finish. Can't cut away. Can't take two. This is going to be one that I apologize if I go off on a tangent and do some rambling, but yeah, this is an unboxing for Gale Force 9's Alien: Another Glorious Day in the Corps, and I've been chomping at the bits for this video, and I thought for this game, and I thought, before I go ahead and pop it open, let me go ahead and do a video on it. Let me do an unboxing video on it, because for a while there, I was playing games, board games, but I was primarily collecting and doing videos. And then that kind of switched where I was spending more time playing games. I was still collecting, I wasn't doing videos, but I was still playing games. And Big Trouble in Little China, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle game, Ghostbusters, Resident Evil 2. These were some of the licensed games that I was playing that I had a lot of fun with. I really enjoyed. But none of them were a good hard sci-fi. I like some real good hard sci-fi. And Space Hulk, for those of you who are in the know, is a dungeon crawling alien hunt game by Games Workshop. It's a really great game. I've got some of the very first editions of that game with its expansions. Love that game. But the problem is, and I think I mentioned this when I did the review for the Sisters of Battle figure, that Adeptus Sororitas, which, just speaking of which, next week I want to get to the Necron figure. I've got a couple of those figures I want to get back to. I want to do the Necron, but I've also got that Batman Beyond from the DC Multiverse. Either way, next week we're going to get a look at a McFarlane figure. Whether it be the Necron or the Batman Beyond figure, let me know in the comments which one you prefer to see, either the Necron or that Batman Beyond figure. But getting back to what I was talking about when I got off track about the Adeptus Sororitas, is that Games Workshop has lost their mind on prices. They really have. Their games are fun. They really are. Their models are really impressive. But the pricing is just insane. I mean, it's seriously, they should be committed if they for those prices. Now, that's not to say that anybody who pays those prices and plays those games are crazy. I just think Games Workshop is crazy to charging them. I understand their imports. They have a lot of serious engineering going on with them, but I can't justify paying the price on them anymore. So anytime I get a chance to find a good hard sci-fi game, miniatures game, I'm jumping on it. And Aliens, I'm a little late to the party, but I've been wanting for a while, and I finally dove in and got it. And oh boy, I am excited. Yeah, Gale Force 9, who do a lot of science fiction, Star Trek, Doctor Who. They've got a lot of licensed property they do for their games. But Aliens, I think, is probably the one that I am most excited about. I think this is a big one for them, I think. It is a cooperative survival game, which means that you're not playing against the other players. It is you and the other players are playing against the scenario. So I think this covers about 75% of the Aliens movie, kind of reenacting some of the events that took place there, particularly the stuff that happened in Hadley's Hope. The packaging, you can see, again, very nice packaging, very, very shiny because it's got the shrink wrap on there. Actually, you know what? Let's do it. Let's dive into it. Let's take off the shrink wrap. Let's get a look at that. Let's get a look at that cover without that gloss on it. Very, very cool. Very cool. The pulse rifle with 1 round left. The pop mark background, the yellow warning stripes. The ammo and the hoses. The hoses very much kind of suggesting the xenomorph aliens. That's a very cool front. It's a very cool cover to the box. Very much gives you the feeling like, yeah, we're gonna have some alien fun. The sides, all the same thing. Just the alien logo, another glorious day in the core, cooperative survival game. Cooperative survival games are great, especially recently with things being the way they are, particularly if you're like me and you're here in Texas. My game shops are not reopening for game nights, so a cooperative game is fun because it means that you can play solo. You can play the games solo. It's the scenarios take between 1 and 2 hours. In the Let's Plays I've watched, I think the longest I've seen is like 45 minutes or so. So it may take about an hour or two if you're just getting started, but it seems though the more familiar you are with the rules, the faster it goes. 1 to 6 players. So again, you get the 6 Marines, or I guess 7 in this case, and ages 14 plus. And I always thought that was kind of nifty. We don't get the little sad face, the little face for the age. We actually get like a birthday cake to tell you about the age. That's cool. That is very cool. But yep, we've got the main set of Marines from the movie, along with Newt. I'll go ahead and I'll lump Ripley into a Marine, but there's Newt. We'll get 16 multi-pose hard plastic aliens. So this will have some assembly. It looks like it's going to be very cool when it's done. What else do we get? We get the double-sided game boards, 23 plastic miniatures, 45 motion tracker cards, 60 endurance cards, 7 character cards, 3 dice, 84 tokens, woo, 8 dials, 9 mission cards, 1 card dock, and 1 rule book. So everything you need. Everything you need. And I guess there's just an example of how it looks like when you get it laid out. I can guarantee you it won't look like that after turn 3. Maybe not even after turn 2. I've never had a game set up that looked that good after 2 turns. But that's me. The write-up. Something is wrong in Hadley's Hope. Walking through the dark corridors, you can see a one-sided struggle. A one-sided struggle went down here. Sparking wires, flickering lights give you some fleeting glimpse of the carnage. Debris is scattered everywhere, and broken furniture has been hastily pushed into makeshift barricades. But no people. Where are the bodies? You and your team of specialist Colonial Marines will gear up with some serious firepower and head into Hadley's Hope to find survivors and answers. But you're not alone. To survive, you'll need to work together, keep your cool, and stay frosty to fight off relentless xenomorph ambush and get out of there alive. And of course, you know, what's an alien movie? What's any alien related merchandise without a quote from Apom? All right, sweethearts, we're a team. There's nothing to worry about. We're here. We come here. We're gonna conquer. We're gonna kick some. Is that understood? So, for being another glorious day in the core, I'm surprised they didn't have his quote from when they got out of the cryosleep. You know, what is it? A day in the core is like a day on the farm. Every meal a banquet, every paycheck a fortune, every formation a parade. That's off the top of my head. I think that's how it went. But for another glorious day in the core, I was kind of expecting they to use that quote. Not that that's a bad one. But yeah, let's take a look at the packaging. when we get it open, let's see what we get when we get open. We get another Glorious Day in the Core Cooperative Survival Guide rulebook. Not one of the larger, it's a comic book sized book. It's about the size of a comic. About how many pages? 27 pages. And of course you get the components. Look at the Marines. Hicks, Hudson, Gorman, Vasquez, Frosty, Frost, Ripley, and Newt. Other than Frost, I think that's pretty much all the survivors from the Hive invasion, when they went to the Hive to find the colonists. It's kind of strange they put Frosty in there. It's cool, but still kind of strange that he managed to make the cut with the rest of the survivors. All the various tokens. One thing I've liked about what I've seen about this game is that there are not a lot of, there are no condition tokens. I think that a lot of these board games have gone a little overboard with conditions. So it's nice to see a game that really doesn't use that as much, or at least you don't need tokens to track. First page is the game setup. Nicely numbered. I do appreciate that. Plenty of shots from the movie. Kind of gives you a description of each section, character cards, grunts, gear up characters, building endurance deck. The aliens. Now this is a mechanic I think is actually kind of cool, is that apparently whenever you see a motion tracker, as soon as it comes into the line of sight, you flip it over to see how many aliens are part of that one blip. And you take one model, but you stack however many aliens are revealed. So 3 on the blip, you've got the alien, and they've got 3 here. I've seen it play with the alien miniature counting as 1, and then 2 of these just showing that there are 2 others. So I don't know if this is supposed to, but anyway, I like that. I like the fact that you can utilize one model to convey a mass, this huge swarm. That is cool. We've got our endurance deck, and it's not a deck building game. So even though there's the various kind of events and gear and all the various things that you would expect from like a deck building game, it is nice, very ominous. It is very much a miniatures game. The alien phase. So you got the player phase, and then you've got the alien phase. Okay, all right. The finish phase, your wrap up. And keywords and glossary, other rules. Credits. Give credit to these guys. Thank you for all your hard work, all the guys and girls. Gale Force 9, thank you. Quick reference sheet on the back. That's kind of been standard with these kind of miniatures games. You get kind of a quick start or a quick reference on the back of the rule book. So pretty consistent there. Here we go. We got the mission cards. Crack open the missions. Take a look at this one. Bug hunt at the supply depot. So you'll take the appropriate tile cards, lay out give the starting layout, and then a description, which I won't read through. Keeping score. Now you can play this in a campaign mode so that you go from one mission to the other and actually play through the events of the movie. So you can play these as one-off events, or you can play them in a campaign mode. It is kind of a flimsy card. I mean, it doesn't have to be all that impressive. As a matter of fact, the fact that it's quality paper with nice printing on it kind of makes up for the fact that the card itself is a little flimsy. I'm hoping that the decks that are in here, the cards they use for the deck aren't quite this flimsy. We'll have to see. And take a look. Mission 1, Newt. Yep. Yep. That was the first part. That's the first big exciting moment. Unless you count when they first entered the base and it was kind of a letdown. Here are assembly instructions. From what I've seen, I mean, I don't think there's more than 2 or 3 pieces that have to go together for the Marines. Obviously, a little bit more involved for the smart gun, like for Vasquez here. But each character has their own assembly instructions. So there's Hudson. It's like 1 piece. Newt, 1 piece. Gorman, 1 piece. Ripley. No, that's Hicks. Ripley, 1 piece. Hicks, 2 pieces. Yeah, I think Vasquez, simply with her smart gun, is going to be the one that is the most complex. The aliens look like it's about 4 pieces, not counting the base. Got the tail, and and you can see the different tails you'll be able to choose from. We'll see it when we get to the models. The arms, and that's actually, it's only 3 steps. Well, oh no. Oh, there's a front side to it. There's the heads, okay, and they go onto the 2-part bodies, and then onto the base. Okay, all right. Well, I mean, 5 steps to put them together. That's not terrible. That's not bad at all. The tokens, nice. Cardboard tokens. They're the markers for the additional aliens. Facehuggers, smart guns, Newt, barricades, boxes, the counters. Yeah, okay. The character cards. Here we got Hicks, Ripley, Hudson, and I guess there's the hero side, and then there's the hero side, and then the grunt side. So the hero side actually has some special rules that apply. Recycle 2 endurance cards and draw 1 once per turn. Exhaust a card to choose a character with within 4 spaces of Ripley. Their character rerolls any failed defense rolls. Nice. All right, so Ripley's going to be in the thick of things. She'll be there, kind of in the middle of it all. Let's see who else we've got. We've got there's Vasquez. Oh, and they've got apparently some quotes here. I say roll in there, nerve the or oh well, we'll skip that. We've been trained to deal with situations like this. No, you haven't. Frosty, what the hell are we supposed to use, man? Harsh language? It is such a quotable movie. That is such a quotable movie. And I think that one thing I like is the fact that it's not just leaning on that nostalgia. It is a very good engine, a very good mechanics behind it. Really do like it. They mostly come out at night. Mostly. The tiles themselves, they're not separate corridors. They seem to be just, 10 by 10 grid? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, like a 10 by 10 cardboard square. And they just appropriately line up however the setup shows. But they are double-sided, so you're going to have quite a bit of options as far as where you'll be engaging the aliens. So you get, 4 cards, 4 double-sided cards. Do a lot of mixing and matching with that. Now, one thing it didn't show in the rule book, I might be wrong, but and I want to talk about it before I get into the before I look at the miniatures, because those are coming up here in just a sec. Well, we'll take a look at the cards here. But one thing that the rule book I didn't see on, and I did just flip through it real quick, is I didn't see anything where you can use to create your own scenarios. I know that this is supposed to really be a take on the movie, but it would be fun to be able to set up your own scenarios, a la kind of Heroes Quest or Warhammer Quest. You know, if there were a set of rules where you could kind of say, okay, this is how we're going to set up, and this is what we're going to do, that would be cool. You can still do it your own way. You can still do that, I'm sure, but it'd be nice to have an actual set of rules, an official set of rules for how that works. We've got, I guess, equipment, weapon, full auto, M41A pulse rifle, cost 3. Yeah, so I'm guessing this is kind of your gear. There's the pieces for the dials. The alien phase. Oh, these are just quick reference little cards. Those are nice. The motion trackers. So I'm sure this is going to come into play whenever an alien comes on the board. You'll take a look at the motion tracker card and see exhaust 1 card for each character within line of sight of this blip when it spawns. Alien Scout. There's Newt about to have a very bad day. So yeah. Again, not swamped with cardboard and tokens and just so many things to have to keep track of. Much more straightforward, very simplified. I really do appreciate that. I really do. And then, of course, the part that I think everybody kind of jumps to, the miniatures. Oh, and what do we got? Dice. We've got 2 D10s and 1 D6. A D10 system. I like D10 systems. D10s. Don't get enough of those. Here are the Marines. Oh, and they have their names printed. So this will be Hicks. There's Hicks and Vasquez pieces. There's Vasquez's base. There's Ripley. Frost, Hudson, Gorman, and Newt. And it looks like, and it actually looks as though that they've got pegs on the bottom of their feet there to go in their base. That's nice. Flush feet on bases. I don't know. I never feel as well as they held up in most cases, particularly, again, Games Workshop. I never feel they're really secure on the base when it's just glued flush. The fact that it's got that little peg that's going to go into the base, yeah, it makes me feel a lot better about, you know, how secure that figure is, you know, how much it's going to hold onto its base. Now, yeah, no, same kind of thing here. No, not quite. It looks like there's a little bit of a peg on the base, but not quite the same. But here we have our aliens, and that is a crowded sprue for sure. Wow. If you are a model builder, you are probably going to have a blast putting together these xenomorphs, the aliens. That's actually very cool. And of course, you get 4 aliens per sprue. So we're getting 4 sprues for 16 aliens. That's awesome. That is a lot of alien for your money. The game right now runs about between $50 and $60. I got mine for $54, but right now between $50 to $60 is what you're going to be paying for this version, for this edition, for the core game. So, yeah, very, very happy with it. It all packs up very nicely. The trays seem to be to have some depth to them. You know, the trays down here. Let me go back in. The trays have a bit of depth, so it looks like you should be able to keep all the cards and the few tokens that there are, especially once the extra plastic on the sprue has been cut away. But just a quick look at the sides here. We're on an express elevator to hell, going down. Just like I said, just a quotable movie. Such a quotable movie. Just tell me one thing, Bert. You're going out there to destroy them, right? Not to study, not to bring back, but to wipe them out. And Mommy always said there were no monsters, no real ones, but there are. And the last one, I'll leave the last side for you to find out on your own. I won't spoil everything. You'll have to take a look for yourself. Let's make sure we put this. Let's make sure we put the box on the right way. And that is a look at the Another Glorious Day in the Core box. Whoop. I'll get that later. That's the core. And like I said, that covers about 75% of the Aliens movie. But what about when Ripley goes into the Queen's Nest to save Newt? Or what about all the events on the Sulaco? Well, that's when we need to get away from her, you B asterisk 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 H. Which, for the remainder of the video, I'll just call it Get Away From Her, You Bunch. Yeah, that's what they meant. The expansion to Another Glorious Day in the Core. This is the box that's going to give you, well, I'll let you figure it out. You've got it looks like you've got something pretty iconic there. Here, the write-up. Now, same kind of thing, not much on the sides. Just more of the title. The write-up here. You've had your first encounter with these bugs, but now you're... What? Okay, we'll finish reading. Now you've got to find a way off this rock. It'll be 17 days before a rescue mission's called, and you'll be lucky to last 17 hours. This expansion adds more ways to play the Aliens, Another Glorious Day in the Core survival or cooperative survival game. Now, our new campaign missions spanning the Queen's Lair, landing platform, and the USS Sulaco. Very cool. And this is where I would have liked there to have been, I don't know, maybe there's more in here, but I would have liked to have seen some expanded rules. So if you want to have some sort of expanded encounter on the Sulaco, maybe some floor plans, that would be very cool. Expand campaign missions from Another Glorious Day in the Core, adding new paths and threats. Suit up, load your character into the P5000 power loader to help them fight for their survival. You don't really get to put your hero in there. It's mainly just Ripley from what I've seen. I don't think you're going to get Hudson in the power loader. As cool as that would be, I don't think you're going to get Hudson in the power loader. Test your endurance against the matriarch of the destruction, the alien queen, and play as the alien hive, control the xenomorphs, or the xenomorph horde, and protect the queen. So it looks like there may be an interesting little twist, a set of rules where you actually play as the aliens. That'll be interesting. Let's take the shrink wrap off this one. Yeah, now I have not seen that particular part of this game on any Let's Play video yet. So I don't know what that's all about, but that would be cool as you actually play as the aliens. Here we get new floor plans. Double-sided, I would hope. Let's see here. Four double-sided board game. Yeah, so that gives us a total of 8 double-sided, so 16 different floor plans to mix and match. 5 plastic miniatures, the alien queen, the loader, Ripley with Newt, Bishop, and Bishop having a bad day. I'm wondering if this particular Bishop figure, I don't know. I always figured, I kind of thought that was maybe unnecessary. You could just lay this one on its side. But nope, Bishop actually gets his own upper torso model. Okay. Other include the willpower cards, hive hazards, rulebook, character cards, endurance cards, motion trackers, pretty much more of the same. Get away from her, you bunch. Each one of these things comes from an egg, right? So who's laying all these eggs? I'm not sure. Must be something we haven't seen yet. You know? We'll get a look. So let's move the core game off to the side and let's get a look at what we get in the expansion. I guess let's go here, take a look here. Hey, maybe you haven't been keeping up with current events, but we just got our asses kicked, pal. So quotable. Oh, I always love this line. You know, I'm gonna skip it. I'm not gonna. You can. I love that line, but we'll skip it. I may be synthetic, but I'm not stupid. And then the last side, again, you'll have to look that one up yourself. But yeah, a rule book from Get Away From Her, You Bunch. Again, kind of a comic book size. Expansion overview. What's new? The Alien Queen extended campaigns. Bigger bug hunt. Aim for the big one. That's a 40K reference. Play as the Alien Hive. One player can play as the Alien Hive. So this actually looks like it is going to turn the game, or could potentially turn the game into a two-player game. Alright. And there's the extensions for some of the other missions. There was Newt as the first one, so a little bit more information on how to extend the play on those. Again, a lot of great art from the movie. Setting up as the Alien Hive. The Hive Mind Deck. Yeah, I have not seen the playing as the aliens. So that is going to mitigate some of the problems I have with cooperative games when you're playing with other people. You know, cooperative games are great if everybody plays them. You know, lets everybody else play. A problem I have with some cooperative games is that some people are a little pushy, which means that you might as well play solo because they're going to tell you what to do, and that's not playing cooperative. That's just somebody telling you how to play. Here are the other missions. There's Newt. So mission 1 from the core game, now being expanded out. Does look as though that it's a much bigger play area. So if you didn't find the core version challenging enough, well, here's a chance to do more. The Alien Queen, she gets her own assembly guide. It's one page, but boy, take a look at that. I mean, her feet are separate pieces. Okay, that is going to be a project. From what I can see, it looks like it counts 13, 14 with the base. Quite an impressive piece when it's all said and done. And I haven't seen the model. Obviously, we haven't got to it yet. But for something of the size it looks like this is going to be, Games Workshop would charge the price of the expansion. Again, about 50 bucks. 55, 60, in that range. Your Tyranid Warrior is going to run about that much. So, I mean, and not only get the Alien Queen, but there are the assembly instructions for the loader. Bishop is just a single piece. Broken Bishop. And I guess the Ripley and Newt model are all one piece, because it doesn't show any assembly for those. Let's take a look at the cards. We've got the Enraged Ripley. Exhaust 5 endurance cards and take 3 actions. This activation may equip an M240 flamethrower as a backup weapon. Oh, yeah, I'm sure they're taking that whole, when she duct taped the rifle and flamethrower together, they're taking account for that. Bishop. May have been synthetic, but I'm not stupid. Okay, hey, they didn't bother to put asterisks on that quote. So, computer panels, I'm guessing. More blip tokens. Like, we're not going to have enough blip tokens from the core game. Here we go, more containers. Shot acid, damage, counters. I guess this is the turn counting for the alien player. Guess those are alien eggs. We'll talk about these here in a minute. The the airlock door for that the alien queen has to be jettisoned from, or got jettisoned from. All very cool stuff. Oh, the APC. Okay. So apparently, I guess there is a rescue mission that they've put in by having the APC. Okay, all right. Here we go. We've got the Sulaco, or I'm guessing that's the Sulaco with the cryo beds. The Queen's Hive. The docking bay with the dropship. The landing platform with the explosions and flames and all that really fun stuff. And again, looks like it's still the cargo bay, the landing bay. And another part of the hive, I guess, is where you're entering the hive. And another platform with a dropship on it. And more of the entering the alien lair under the processing station. We get alien cards. Acid blood. Play when an alien model is killed. Place an acid blood card from the hive hazard deck, or discard a pile of characters that is within the space of an alien just killed. So you get some splash damage there. More of the equipment cards. So we've already seen that one. More D10s. Never get enough D10s. Oh, and there's a little star there. Okay. And we've got a 10 instead of the 0. Okay, so star instead of the 1, and you actually get the star. It's always nice to see a little difference in D10s. Again, the dial hardware, the fixtures for the dials, more blips, willpower actions for the aliens, I'm sure. Sort of the hive mind equivalent. And then the model, the alien queen. Wow. That is very nice. That is very nice. Let's get a look at the models that it comes with. It's just 2 sprues. Yeah, and there's the Ripley with Newt. It's just a single model. No, actually it looks like there's a... Looks like she should have a gun. Yeah, and I guess the assembly instructions, we'll have to take a look at those. But yeah, it looks like Ripley and Newt are 2-piece models with a lot of cleanup. The loader. There's Bishop. He's a single piece. And there's Bishop again. He gets his name on that one base, but nope, doesn't get a name after that. And of course the larger base for the loader itself. So yeah, quite a bit to work with. A lot of model building to do. Which, you know, again, with things being the way they are, with not being able to go out and be able to play with other folks, this is a great project. This is going to be a great project to be able to put things together and then be able to play the missions. I am very interested to know more about about playing the alien. Oh, there we go. Okay, enraged Ripley. Okay, so her and Newt, they do have some assembly, as we saw. And there's the rule book for that. So, aliens. Get away from her, you bunch. The expansion to Another glorious day in the Corps. I like the games. They're very cool. They've got everything you need. The door tokens, the control panels, all that. But again, I'm a miniature gamer. I like my stuff in 3D. And even though I have it, yeah, I just had to go for the Asset Hazards packet, so that you actually get some crates, terminals, eggs, face huggers, and the miniguns as separate model pieces. I mean, they have the tokens in the box, but yeah, I figure, you know what? I've been wanting this game. I'm gonna go ahead and go for the whole thing. I'm gonna get the expansions. On the back, basically high quality hard plastic 33mm scale miniatures representing the iconic elements from the 1986 film Aliens. Perfect for painters and collectors, or enhance your tabletop role-playing experience. Includes 2 plastic sprues, 2 face huggers, 8 eggs, 2 sentry guns, 6 computer terminals, and 16 crates. 16 crates. I mean, crates I don't think are hard to model. I don't think it's too hard to make your own crate. But I mean, what are they going to do? Give me more eggs? Why would we want that? Want more face huggers? No, 2 are enough. But yeah, even a bit of assembly on these. I was expecting pretty much all of these, except for the miniguns, except for the sentry guns. I kind of figured that everything else would just be a solid piece. But the eggs themselves, these are 3 separate pieces. So that's gonna be involved. But yeah, it's just basically a mirror of the other. So you get, you know, one face hugger, 4 eggs, more crates than I think I really need, a lot more than I think I need, and then the computer terminal. And I guess you could say that the crates, they've got the Weyland-Yutani logo on it, but really, I mean, 4 here and 4 here. I would have had to have 1 more minigun. Instead of doing these 4, give me 1 more minigun, 2 more face. Well, you know what? No, I would like 4 more face huggers. I would have liked 4 more. Instead of the crates, use less plastic and give me 4 more of the face huggers, please. I would really have preferred that. But yeah. So we'll be able to. We'll have some actually modeled terminals, crates, and eggs for the game. One thing that if you're familiar with this game, you probably have picked up, for those astute gamers, have probably already picked up that the Ultimate Badass Collection, the Apom, Dietrich, who else? Apom, Dietrich, Frost is in this box, Burke, and there are 3 others. Oh, I can't remember who the other 3 are. But there's 1 more expansion set that has 6 more of the Marines, the last 6 from the movie. It's on order. I got them on the way. They were supposed to come with the rest, but they didn't. And I've just been way too excited to get this open and start putting it together. And I figured, you know, before just jumping in and start working on it, I'd go ahead and share with you guys, because this has been kind of a big thing that I've been doing over the years, is playing games, and the Aliens board game is one that I've been really looking forward to. One thing I will recommend, though, which is not part of this, is the Terrain Crate Starship Doors. This is actually a really good set. It's very versatile and you can use it for a lot of things. It's done by Manic Games. The War Gods people, and they make some great material. They make the doors here are really, really great, and I think they fit in real well with the alien theme. So this runs about $20 roughly. and you get 20 doors. You get 8 of the double doors and 12 of the singles. And just so you can kind of see the differences in them. Really great for your sci-fi gaming. And as I said, it seems to be very much, seems to really fit with the Aliens theme, the style, that's the whole layout. So even though it's not part of it, it's not by Gale Force 9, I still would highly recommend if you're serious about your gaming and you really want to go all out, these Terrain Crate Starship doors, they're a good add-on. They're good to include. Nope. Can't see it there, but we'll stick it like that. Hope you guys enjoy watching. Again, let me know next week. Do you want to take a look at that Necron, or do you want to see the Batman Beyond? Let me know in the comments. For now, I certainly appreciate you watching. Rate, comment, subscribe, join the revolution. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.